Good afternoon, everyone. Try to picture the scenario of your most loved baseball player breaking the home run record while you are watching him in the crowd. Everyone's going insane, cameras are flashing everywhere, and it feels like a historical moment. However, a few months later, you learn that that player you saw was on steroids. Now, that memory doesn't seem so special anymore. The initial thrill gets replaced by disappointment, and the record that used to be a source of inspiration for millions of kids now appears to be stained. Even after being referred to as America's pastime, a sport based on values such as hard work, teamwork, and fair play, baseball has been struck by the issue of steroid use, which has left a significant scar over the last several decades and has made people question what they really value in sports. I believe that the use of steroids has harmed the morals of Major League Baseball, and along with that, the implementation of stricter education, testing, and transparency will help to regain the lost trust of fans. During the 1990s and early 2000s, the times when steroids took over professional baseball, one by one without making much noise. As per the U.S. Department of Justice, numerous players were directly involved in the illegal use of performance enhancing drugs that gave a rise to what is now more popularly known as the steroid era. In 2007, it was cited that over 80 players, among them some of the greatest baseball stars of all time, names like Barry Bonds and Sammy Sosa. These drugs made players stronger, longer lasting, and speedier in their recovery. All these qualities were artificially obtained, and it was enough for player stats to skyrocket during a single season, and this could be done overnight. But either way, the advantage was only on the surface because it came at a hefty price. First of all, to the players, and also to the game. Steroid use resulted in the non-leveling of the playing field. Those players who were clean and had worked hard without doping were now unable to compete with the ones who took the performance enhancers. Some of them felt that they had no choice but to use them to be able to survive in the competition. Fans' trust was another thing that began to dwindle. Through its report on the issue, ESPN wrote that attendance and TV ratings were going down during the time when steroid scandals were most talked about. People questioned whether the records and achievements they had admired all along were of any value. If baseball is to regain its lost glory, it is important for Major League Baseball to reform the whole system with stricter drug testing, better education, and more transparency. Firstly, the tests have been more thorough and regular. There should be random tests in both the regular and postseason at any time, and players who frequently test positive should be banned for life. Severe consequences show very clearly that cheating will never be accepted. Secondly, nothing is more important than education. MLB should collaborate with schools and youth leagues all over to instruct young athletes steroids are not only a health risk, but also a serious moral and emotional problem as well. In addition, they should point out clean role models and demonstrate that greatness can be achieved without taking shortcuts, for example, Aaron Judge. At last, transparency should be the norm. The league must disclose the test results to the public and thus hold players responsible. Trusting honesty and integrity, which is one of the great human values, can help the fans to regain their confidence in the sport. Think of a different kind of baseball, a league where players get their achievements by hard work and talent, not by using some kind of drug. If MLB does not make a move, the outcome could be contrary to their expectations. Baseball might eventually become the dirty sport of all four major professional sports. New fans may not even bother to watch baseball at all anymore. So what can we do? First, as fans, students, and a society that normally respects fairness, we could support the athletes who are clean and the teams that show integrity. We may also prod the management by talking louder if players cheat and ask for more trustworthiness to be imposed by those bodies that share our principles. Maybe the use of steroids has been a blemish of the baseball's history, but it does not necessarily have to be its future. By implementing all the things I've talked about regularly, baseball can be the honest, inspiring sport that it was meant to be. One of the wonders of baseball has never been about shattering records. It has always been about making them. If we want that wonder to be there for next generations, then we have to do it. Thank you.